News Update.
Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to NBC News Daily. I'm Maya Holloway with your Midday Ark-La-Miss update. Starting off, a court hearing on the Ten Commandments law wrapped up yesterday, and the judge will now determine if the law should go into effect while the legality of the law is debated in court. Capitol reporter Shannon Hecht brings us the details.
The court hearing just wrapped up today for the Ten Commandments law here in Louisiana. We heard from the state and the plaintiffs that argued whether or not this law should be able to go into effect while legal proceedings on the merits of the case are carried out. The preliminary injunction hearing was for the state and plaintiffs to argue whether the state law mandating the Ten Commandments be posted in every public classroom should be allowed to move forward while the case moves through the court system. The lawmakers who passed the bill say the Ten Commandments are a historical document that nearly all of the nation's laws are based on. In the hearing, the plaintiffs called a historian who specializes in law, religion, and education, and he gave the historical context of the founding fathers and documents used in education in the early days of the nation. He concluded the Ten Commandments were not a pervasive part of forming laws or public education.
And I think it's very clear that the objective facts are that the founding fathers and those who spoke on the foundational documents, the foundational law of this country, really made clear that the First Amendment requires that the government not form a specific idea or influence a specific idea around religion.
The state asked to strike the historian's testimony from evidence. Attorney General Liz Murrill argued the historian did not qualify as an expert witness. The state lawyers often tried to argue that he was biased. The professor defended his stance by saying it's based on decades of research.
This case is really about the legal test for whether it violates the First Amendment or not, and I don't think that what he said had anything really relevant to that question for the judge.
This hearing is not on if the law is constitutional or not, only to determine if the posters can start being posted starting November 15th. The judge says that he plans to rule on this by November 15th. In Baton Rouge, I'm Shannon Hecht.
Schools across Ouachita Parish partnered with the West Monroe Quota Club to collect shoes for their Shoe Us the Love drive. Gently used or new shoes donated will be sent to benefit third world countries. The West Monroe Quota Club will receive money for each pound of shoes collected. The organization can earn up to 50 cents per pound of shoes. The money collected from the shoe drive will go to benefit the Academy of Collaborative Education.
We had 4 schools that agreed to do so, and they showed out. Then our next thing was we had our drive-through event at the ACE Academy this past Saturday. We filled up a cargo trailer. It was phenomenal, the outpouring of the community.
The Shoe Us the Love shoe drive will continue through November 15th. All shoe types are accepted. Shoes can be dropped off at ACE or at Vanguard Realty in West Monroe.
And now, exclusive Storm Tracker Doppler weather with meteorologist Chase Ward.
It will be quite warm for this afternoon, especially as we close out the late part of October with these temperatures in the mid-80s, so well above average for this time of year. Winds will also start to shift more suddenly, but they're going to remain calm. Dew points won't be climbing too much, but they'll climb a little bit more so than they have been. Helps a little bit with the ongoing fire threat, but not much. There's still plenty of dry fuels on the ground. Plenty of leaves have already fallen off the trees. Now tonight, still going to remain mostly clear. A few clouds might try to sneak in, but they're mostly going to be some high cirrus, still mainly clear. And tomorrow we'll continue with more sunshine. There's, again, chance for a cloud or two further north, but still expecting lots of sunshine. These temperatures just keep warming up. The overall forecast itself is looking to stay dry and warm. Now there might be a weak front arrive by Thursday, which might drop temperatures down by a degree or two. However, even doing that, it's still going to be above average for it to be late October. Being low about 55 degrees for tonight, not as cool as it has been. Maybe enough for a light jacket, but you're not going to need it for long because these temperatures warm up as they will for each afternoon. Expecting high of 87 degrees for tomorrow. And then looking through the weekend, notice very little change at all. We just drop off maybe a degree or two after that weak front. And then through next week, still above average. Mid-80s will continue and staying dry through next Monday and Tuesday. Lows continue mid to upper 50s.
Well, that's it for your midday update. NBC News Daily continues. Have a great day.
When you see news happening, call the NBC 10 Fox 14 News hotline.